Okay, here's another weird problem that I run into every once in a while, pretty much when it's with a ticketing system. See, the system by default wants to fill in the title field. The title field is default to the item content type, and we're not there going to add item content type. Let's default to the item content type. And the title is by default required. So it winds up being blank, and depending on how your SharePoint settings are, it may prevent you from entering an item at all. So on something like this, for a time ticket, we don't really need a title for the time ticket. And the reason is because I want a description for the time ticket, or details for the time ticket. I want to have multiple lines about what you did, as opposed to 250 characters that doesn't wrap very well. So how the heck do you get rid of the title on a time ticket, or on anything? Well, it's pretty simple. We go back to the exact same thing we were looking at earlier, which is content types. So let me show you why we have to do that first. The title field here, if I click on it, it says here it's required to store information. We'll go ahead and turn that off. So maybe it's not required anymore, but every time you come over here and click new item, even though it's not required to be filled out, it's sure as heck required to be available to be filled out. And so then people are filling in bogus data on here where that doesn't matter. So we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do then, we're going to go to list settings. We're going to go to advanced settings. We're going to turn on content types for a second. But we're not going to add a new one this time. We're just going to make a tweak to the default content type in here. So it says item. So what first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we differentiate the copy we're working with versus the standard that's in the site. So we'll call this new time ticket. So we'll do that. That part doesn't really have to be done. I just like to do it. And then we come over here to the title, and we'll click title. You see we've got a status there. So now we will turn it to hidden. I mean, it still exists, but it's not going to show up in the list anywhere. So go to time tickets. We'll click new time ticket. No title. Now, for some reason, my hours worked is defaulting to 2. While I'm here, let's look at that. So we'll go back to list settings. And we'll go to hours worked. Oh, and now default, there we go. Default value, I typed in 2 for some reason. So now we don't want a default value in hours worked. We do want 2 decimal places that we can go to the quarter hour. And now we can do a new time ticket. And here soon, I'll probably throw up another video for this. I'm going to show you how we can overlay an info path form on top of this to find what we're looking for easier, because I'm about to add the customer in there, and about to add the project in there, and at some point in time we're going to have 100, hopefully, God willing, 1,000 projects. We don't want to pull from all projects. We only want to pull from open projects. And those types of filterings can be done in the SharePoint list view, but are way easier and prettier to do in InfoPath.